All right. So it was a long, tough battle, and you guys pretty much won it. However, um, from all the commotion and battling outside, marching in a large quantity of soldiers that are not from the rebellion army. It seems like the bulk of the royal army is just making their way into the palace now, and they've made their way into the throne room. They look aggressive in stance. What do you guys do?
I say,
I mean,
um,
we survived this fight in the future, so you might as well take him on. Just kidding.
I think I could take half of them out with one hypnotic pattern.
I say, I am, I say, I say, uh, I am Ashton McBain, rightful heir to the throne. The, I said, I say your current reigning king is down here, and Prince are knocked down. Lay down your arms. It's over.
All right, roll diplomacy.
Diplomacy. Uh, Persuasion.
Uh, what the fuck was diplomacy for?
Wrong game?
What game was diplomacy? That's so funny. Is that fucking Blaze in the Dark? I swear it is.
I don't think so, is it?
No, I don't think it is,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Wait, was it Scum and Villainy? Maybe it is. I'll
I
fucking know.
don't remember.
All right. Oh no, that's freaking Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Oh
Yeah.
fucking
Uh,
god, bro.
Uh,
On God, bro. All right. Roll persuasion,
okay. Um, don't give me.
bro. They changed persuasion into diplomacy in Pathfinder. Oh my god, bro. And instead of deception, they have bluff. All right. So, um, you hear one of the soldiers and towards the back. He says, "He's lying. March forth. We must save the king." Right. And as they start to march in, it looks like it's almost a doomed situation. Like at this time, right? You guys have not recovered technically, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna have you guys undo your resources. But it seems like a doomed situation. But um, a a wall of force that stretches all the way across the room uh protects you guys, and a a wizard makes an appearance. He doesn't harm any of them, but he does bar the entire room away from the soldiers as they stop and they look at him and they're saying, "Cavaldi, what what are you doing?" And then Cavaldi looks at you, Ashton. He says, "Try again."
What do you say?
He says, "Try again." And your 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 dad at this point steps up and he says, "My son would not try to deceive you."
Um, okay. Give me the again to the center. I ask. Alright, let me go all out. So I turn and look at the crowd. With a dramatic pose, and my cloak is billowing in a room with no wind. And I say, listen, your king has been lying to you this whole time. My father lives. He was betrayed, usurped. And now I am here to right things, to return the kingdom to the way it once was, for a better future. I ask again, lay down your arms.
All right. Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Easy. Easy.
All right. So the moment is tense as you see them all stare at you through the wall of force. Um, some of them hesitate. Some of them look at each other as if they're seeing how everyone else is reacting. And you see some of the higher officers. You can kind of tell based off of like some of the markings of their armor which one of them are higher in rank. And you see that one at a time they they put down their weapons and they bow as if they're a knight bowing to the king.
I start to smile, like, it's over. It's over.
Cavaldi grins as he snaps his fingers, and the wall of force goes away, and the soldiers attack. No, I'm kidding.
It's so over.
It's so over. We're so back. It's so over.
And then, so no, the wall of force goes away, and he says, "My job is done." As he hoofs away, presumably back to his abode.
All right. Yeah. I say, the one war is over. We have a lot more to do. The age of healing has begun.
Out from the back, you see your own spy master, Rivelton, stepping from behind the crowd. He makes his way towards you, Ashton, and he says, "I think it is time for everyone here to get some rest, and for some of our captives here to be sent to the prison before we question them."
Right. A long battle it was.
Your father and I will handle things from here and do some cleaning up and do what we can for the town. The damage was tried to kept to a minimum, but there's definitely repairs to make.
Right. Say, so will you spread the word The war is over.
Ah, but that's already on the process. That's why I'm here.
Very good. You're always ahead of things.
Yes, we do try to do these things in a timely manner, of course. Now, my prince, you can go ahead and get some rest, along with the rest of your companions.
Um, where do we go?
Just give it a bit, but I think the upper quarters of the palace should be ready soon.
All right.
Then, without further ado, when you are all ready, come see me back here, and I will brief the situation, and we can decide on our next steps.
Thank you.
Right. Off you go. Does anyone have any other questions?
I think we're all just tired.
Okay. So, with that, I'm just gonna say like everyone heads over to the second floor and gets their rest. Any objections? Any other things you guys are trying to do?
He's good to me.
I use my spell slots and good berries.
All right. So everyone can pretty much chill out in this room. Ashton, you have a dedicated quarters, and it's to the left. This whole room is for you.
Oh boy. Check for a letter in the desk.
Wow.
All right. So everyone should be able to get inspiration and finish their long rest.
Oh yeah. Inspired.
um,
And any effects that are less than 24 hours should be. I'm just gonna say like a whole day passes as well. Just because it takes some time for setting up some stuff, and you guys might help out with like some of the errands here and there to help repair the castle. But
okay.
I'd
Yeah.
say Yeah, I'd say like a full 24 hours have passed, and then you realize it's probably time to reconvene at the uh, the royal throne.
All right. Dave, you guys ready?
I nod.
Let us begin the reparations.
All right. Let's go. Once again, feel more nervous now than going to battle. Why is that? Well, it's easy to just pick up a sword and fight. Another thing to convince an entire population of of uh of of your ideals of how the city should be. Especially when you'll be leaving it. Right. Anyway, let's be off then. As we're leaving, I say, perhaps it's best to let this new prince handle things while we sneak out the back door.
I just shrug.
I say, good luck
Yeah, I
with
can say like this is the point where you guys can just end up going to the market while Ashton like takes care of other stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure.
Oh yeah, then he would have this for a
The
little
part
bit.
where you're trying to assassinate Gorham.
I was fulfilling a pact.
Yeah.
What
We
what
failed.
what buff?
Charisma.
Yeah, thank you.
Lasts for an hour. Say good luck.
Anita's.
Say to the market.
All right. So for the market portion, I already did it with the other guys, but we'll do the meanwhile for Ashton's case. And for that, I'm gonna just give everyone Ashton's point of view. All right, Ashton. You you go to the throne room and you see that
Yeah.
there's quite a few people set up, and for the sake of not lagging the game, I'll say there's also quite a few nobles who are around the sides of this throne room who are all discussing and all looking at you as your father and your spy master are at the front of the throne awaiting for you to get closer.
All right. Hey, I remember that guy. Okay. Hey, so how are things?
I'm afraid, my son, that a good portion of them are uneased about the situation.
Yeah, I expected that.
Irvilton also looks at you and he says, that, and we have some unfinished business down in the prisons.
Right.
Our new captives have some things you probably want to converse with.
Right. Very well. Um, what order shall we deal with this?
Well, this is the domain for you and your father to decide. But I have a suggestion.
Mhm.
For the meantime, I think it is best to let the time settle and let your actions do the speaking. That is to say, perhaps it is time to give back to the city, fix some things around, and then declare that you would like to take leadership. That is between, instead of Valdun's bloodline, it would be your father's bloodline.
Yeah. Say, it seems like the only. It seems like the only course.
But in the meantime, I would say that we can have an intermediary who can oversee Catullus for the meantime. But do you have any idea who could that be?
Say, what do you mean?
Do you have any suggestions on who that may be?
I mean, why what a intermediary for I say if it's an intermediary, um, then would it have to be it would have to be somebody that's we can trust, but also would have to be royalty, no?
Actually, son, I was thinking something a little different this time. Well, I would like for it to befall to one person. I was thinking, back when you were younger, I did want to mention that I wanted to create a royal court that is serving to the public. And to do such a thing, we need representatives of the different places of Catullus, not just Laguna.
Hmm. I
And then you
say
hear from the And you don't notice them at first because they were kind of like walking their way towards you quietly, but a group of people approach.
Okay.
The first person you notice is Gaspard. The second one is Krishta. And as for the third, Rivelton actually steps out to line up with the other two. I was thinking that the three of them could be the representatives in the meantime and lead as a council until a new king has been decided.
I say, oh, I say, that works for me, but I say, are you guys okay with it?
So Gaspard speaks up and he says, well, I hesitate to be a representative because the farmland is quite a ways away from Laguna, and most of the population would reside in Laguna. But I definitely trust the other two, and I see that it's important to cover most of the land, even if the mainland itself is sparse with people compared to here. And then as for Rivelton, he says, "My liege, you know what I am capable of." And lastly, Krista speaks up and she says, well, my prince, I did not expect things to happen this way, but the people of Nahant would love to be represented.
Say, and so who will run the farmlands with you here, Gaspard?
I have things figured out. Don't you worry about that. That is my problem to solve.
Okay. Then yes, this is ideal.
All right. Then I will announce this to the whole room, my son. Give me a moment. And so as for the next few minutes, you see your father projecting his voice to show his concerns and show his proposal in the meantime. And although a good portion of the nobles around the room seem neutral, some of them start to kind of nod and agree with the situation. You would see some of them bicker back and forth with your father, try to throw in some arguments and some rebuttals and whatnot. But eventually, your father's way with words manages to capture their hearts, and eventually, everyone seems to agree that this is the right way to go. Uh, for it to not be a tyranny, but rather something formed of building trust. As at this point, right, like the whole room starts to cheer. Where's the sound?
He's so back.
All right, now Ashton. While your father's taking care of things, could you step to the side with me and let's discuss something?
All right.
So at this point, you see some of the nobles like starting to approach your father, and they start asking him all kinds of questions, along with the representatives. But you pay it no mind as you just let your dad do his thing. Um, and then Rivelton starts to speak up, and he says, "All right, I think we need to go to the dungeons and try to figure out what's going on with your cousin and your uncle."
Right.
As of right now, they are restrained and whatnot, but I think you have some business related to the druids, and
Do.
I think this may be important for you.
It is.
At least talking to these two might give you an idea of what your next steps may be.
Hopefully, I'll be able to free them of Erebus's clutches.
Only time will tell, my liege. Even I do not know the bounds of a star-touched elf. All right, I'll lead the way. Let us make the way.
Will you? Slash follow.
All right, can everyone see?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. This way, my liege. Each one of these cells likely has someone that you would probably converse with. But if you wanted to start with your cousin, it is all the way down the hall. I'll be right here to watch.
Ah, this guy.
He looks at you and he says, "Oh, of course. You and those damn rebels. We could have made so much money."
say, so we could have made money. I say, the Coliseum idea, it wasn't bad, but the way that you set up the profits based on just intrigue, is just foolish. I think there was more you could do, and it was also more ethical.
I just don't think you would understand. There's something about watching people in their demise that is quite entertaining. It sells.
I think you underestimate the adrenaline of gambling.
Really now.
I've seen it firsthand.
I find it quite intriguing that such words are coming from you. Gambling.
What do you mean? I say gambling. It says gambling under legal practices totally is totally fine. The I say the problem is what you are doing is totally unethical, and we're killing innocent people.
I have nothing more to say.
Very well.
You see a beat up, half human, half Githyanki just kind of crouched onto the floor. He looks at you with mystical eyes, and he says, I could break out of this cell at any moment. But tell me, why should I not?
I say, well, that depends. I say, why did you choose to? Wait, was he a part of this army before I left, or like was he like always there, or did he was
He's
he like a
new.
recent? He's new.
He's
new. Okay. I say, why did you join? Why did you join up with my cousin and my uncle?
Well, your uncle was an intriguing man. Most humans, when they see me, they have this sense of fear. And out of that fear, I'm always mistreated.
Oh,
But
I said,
your uncle, something's different about him. Your cousin as well. They look at me, and they don't have that same sense of fear. Never once in my life have I seen someone who would, a human nonetheless, who would look at me either as an equal or even below them. And at first I thought that was foolish overconfidence until I saw the way that they carry themselves, the confidence that they bring with them. And I decided maybe they are worth following, even though I might not agree with everything. Bye, Cobb. If you gotta go, that's fine.
I say, he. I say, I'm sorry to hear that you were mistreated. Nobody should be mistreated just for the way they look. Oh. Only the evil shall be mistreated. No, I'm just kidding.
Only
Um,
those
I
of a certain green temperament.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
I say, look into my eyes. Do I have a look of fear to you?
No, you don't.
I say, I said I would not treat you as someone lower than me. I would treat you with respect. I say, my goals is to rebuild the city and to make Catullus flourish once again. Maybe more than it was before. With everyone working together.
Then let me ask you this. Where would you see non-humans in that picture of your kingdom?
I would welcome non-humans into my city.
Though the history of this entire kingdom has been against such a thing, you would start that change.
I would. Yes, I know. I'm not foolish enough to believe that it'll just happen overnight like a snap. Just make a law and things change right away. but it has to start somewhere. I think people will be more willing to change, seeing the calamities that has happened in the past decade. If the choice is to be with other races and live in a flourishing city, or living in the slums, or barely making ends meet, I think people will choose the latter. I have faith in humanity in that regard.
If you were to build a world where our fellow soldiers can look me in the eye and not sense a shred of fear, I'd be intrigued.
Right. Um, how is he shackled right now?
Basically, he's sitting down, but his hands are tied in front of him.
Okay. I look at him and I do a I do intuition check.
Sure.
All right. Or insight, rather. Nice. Popping off.
You see that this guy is not looking to trick you. He's actually very, very principled, and he seems very adamant about his beliefs.
Right. I say then I will make the arrangements to order you a pardon on the conditions that you help rebuild the city. Is that all right?
Very well. But if I see that this city is failing, may I leave?
Yes. The only conditions of your pardon is that you do community service.
Fine.
All right. I put my hand through the bar for a handshake.
Well, his hands are tied, but he does what he can.
I shake his closed fist. All right. Here we go. Hey, Leon. Or I say, Leon.
You see, he looks quite stressed out. He at the sight of you, he actually kind of backs up and he says, "Ashton, Ash, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be close to me."
I say, I know. So you're being possessed by Aravos. Is it Erebus or Aravos?
It's Orovos.
Erebos.
Erebus. Okay. Say, I know you're being possessed by Erebus. I saw you fight against it in the middle of battle. Say, just hold on. I plan on freeing you of it.
How are you going to do that, Ashton? As he
So
kind of
yes.
steps forward and grabs onto the cell, and he says, I don't think anything can change what I've become.
Say, I disagree. Think I think people can always change. Just not right away. It's not gonna be instant. But I do, and I say, as for what I'll do, I can't rightly say. I say, what do you know of Erebus?
As you see that he takes a moment to try to think about it, you see that he starts to breathe faster, as if he's starting to hyperventilate. And to the point where he starts to collapse of a sorts, and you see his arm kind of like stretching out from the cell. He's almost as if he's reaching towards you.
Uh, Um, uh, I guess I'll
He's having
begin.
an episode, it looks like.
Yeah, I'll just run through it, I guess. There's. Oh, you know what? Okay, so he's having this episode. I say, and like as that's going on, well, I've done dumber things.
Oh, oh God! Oh God! Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay, this is gonna be interesting. All right.
Yo, he fails with advantage.
Let me Okay. So you start to enter the confines of his mind as he doesn't see you, but you see him. Just give me a second, let me put him down. You see him trapped in a weird perpetual space that has endless and endless voids of nothing. But you see a child before you, and you see it weeping. It is the childish form of your own cousin, weeping before you, as he keeps murmuring and apologizing and says, and keeps saying, he's sorry. He's sorry. Do you do anything?
Say, Leon. Say, Leon, it's me.
So it's almost as if he heard you, but you see him stop crying, right? And then, but he looks past you as if he's walking towards you with his hand out, reaching out towards you. It's almost like he's asking for you to get in contact with him.
Oh boy.
Do you touch his hand?
uh, Insight. Okay.
Sure.
Alright. I'm hesitant. Okay.
Okay. So, um, it's hard, incredibly hard for you to tell what's happening in this space right now because you feel that Aravos could easily manipulate the confines of your own cousin's mind and perhaps interfere in some kind of way. But for this appearance of a cousin in front of you, you feel you can trust it. You feel it is genuine, though the space around you may not be completely genuine. At least the figure itself, this thing, this entity that is Balion, it is his true feelings and memories sitting right in front of you.
All right. Oh. Oh yeah. And then I also okay. Yep. And in that case, I touch his hand.
Okay. As you touch his hand, I'm trying to find the reason for it. As you touch his hand, it's not as if you're tricked or anything, but you feel an immense energy start to fill your mind as the being before you starts to deconstruct, and you start to kind of absorb him, absorb his memories. And you start to kind of see his life flash through your eyes. You see from a young childhood of this, like, and I'm just gonna say it's all theater of mind from this point on, but you see through his eyes what his life is like. You see him in his childish form, looking at himself, crying in the corner of a room, as he thinks about all the times that he's been punished just for hanging out with you, as his father would scold him every single time in the fit of jealousy over the throne. He would have many memories of being smacked around by a newspaper roll. Fast forward the years as he turns into a teenager. He would still be constantly compared by his own father to you. Why is it that Ashton is always the one who's outperforming me? He starts to think. And yet, it's almost like it is a reflection of the relationship between Valdun and Caspian. He sees that your fathers are also in such a relationship where Valdun starts to sit some jealousy. He is disgusted by this feeling. He does not want to become jealous. And yet, somehow, some way, it's almost like every single time that his own father, your uncle, Valdun, would punish him and ground him, isolate him into a room, all locked. He's slowly warping his feelings of hatred from his father into hatred of you, Ashton. Fast forward to when he becomes a young adult. At some point, he tried to make a new life as at this point in time you've already been gone, and yet his family still seeks that he redeems himself by trying to take your place, and all the pressure has become too much. You see his young adult life getting fast forwarded in your mind as he at some point tried to get away from this life and make a new life somewhere out there in Catullus, living as somebody else, until he got spotted by a guard one day, captured by his father, and punished in a cell, tied to a chair and beat over and over. And at one point, you see him before a bridge, getting ready to jump, getting ready to end his own life, until he's been stopped by a young kid who looks just like you, Ashton, when you were a young kid. He gets stopped by this kid who pulls in on him, who starts crying. And you see your own cousin sitting down on this bridge with this random stranger who looks like you, also crying as well. And yet, he's so frustrated at this situation. He doesn't know why his life is so bound around you. And somehow, some way, he feels disgusted with himself as this feeling of hatred, it still continues to grow. He starts to hate everything, including you, Ashton. Weeks and weeks of planning come by, and the final forms of his young adulthood. And you see, this is perhaps quite recent, up until before you've arrived, that he did indeed plan to take over the throne and overthrow his father. The documents trying to prove that his father is a traitor who poisoned King Egan. And he plans to take over as king after Valdun has been put to jail. And yet, in the middle of his dreams, eventually, Aravos, as an elusive figure, you don't recognize the figure, but you know it is indeed Aravos because of the feeling that it provides. It reaches out to your cousin. He reaches out to its hand. He's desperate. He's desperate for anything out of this situation. And the screen fades to black. As he's consumed. And you're left with void.
Concentration.
You what?
So I end the concentration.
You end the concentration. All right. You end the concentration. You stop reading into your cousin's mind, and you see that he's knocked out from all the episodic nature that he's experiencing due to Aravos's influence. He is knocked out at this point, and you are ragged for breath.
And the tears going down my eyes. Seeing the life that he had. I say, I thought I was going through hell. This sorry you had to go through that. But I will fix things. I walk away. Ah, yes.
And with that, right? You're greeted by a smile. A very sinister and cold smile. You know this is not your uncle. As he playfully grins, as he looks at you and he says, How does it feel to see that your own cousin indeed has such feelings against you? Does it hurt? I bet it does.
No, no, not at all. I understand the situation.
Ah, trying to put on a brave face. But I know somewhere in there, it's kind of painful to let it sink in that this person that you love would harbor such feelings against you.
No, no, I get it, actually. I say these things happen when you get different upbringings. I so rather than feeling bad about it, I feel pity. I'm sorry
Pity?
for the things he went through.
Pity for him. You are an intriguing figure. I will tell you that. Ah, your family has been such an entertainment, really.
Sir, I'm sure we'll have more big shows to come.
Oh wait, this is the wrong theme. Might be.
Yo, we're about to battle right now.
Possibly this one. Might be. All right. Okay. So then he says, "Ah, yes, surely. I imagine you're going to the forest next. Go become the White Knight to your own goddess."
I'll do anything for him.
Tell me, Ashton, how do you plan on trying to get rid of me? Do you have an inkling of any idea at all just who you're messing with?
I have ideas, yes.
Hmm. But it seems so quite vague, as you wouldn't be able to elaborate them before me. But I get it. Either one, you actually have a plan, and you don't want me to know of it. Or two, you don't know what you're doing. But I'm here to see the ride. I'm here to see just where this goes.
Say, if people just gave up at the slightest hint of an insurmountable wall, progress would never be obtained.
I do admire the way that you think. It's quite bold, really. But I wonder how long it will last. You know, it's only a matter of time until you start to feel my influence. I would not wait too long.
Will I? Well, See you there then.
See you indeed. And at this point, right, you see him
Mhm.
kind of do a playful like waving gesture with his hand,
Okay.
kind of like he's not really putting in the effort to really wave by. It's not really friendly. It's just more like he's taunting,
It's like,
right?
it's like a sarcastic wave. Yeah.
Yeah. But at that point, right, you see that your uncle has regained his own consciousness, and he says, "Ah, shit.
Ah, there you are, Uncle.
I I don't know where to begin.
I
This
know.
is unbecoming of me."
Enough. There's there's much to be done, and when this is all over, you'll I'll need your help.
I I don't even know what I need to do anymore. You see and you feel the heavy weight in his words as he looks more lost to you than your cousin was. You see in his eyes, he feels lifeless, a broken spirit of a man in front of you.
See, so I know we didn't interact much. I was just a child. Um, but your brother, my father, he's still alive. And he'll need your help as well, now more than ever. When this is all said and done.
I don't know how you could even think I'm allowed to help him. Or you.
So you'll see. They're one step at a time. Right now, we just need to focus on you getting better. Becoming a better person.
I
We can
see.
get through this.
You see, his tone is quite apathetic. He looks depraved of any feeling. And he turns to the wall and he says, "Do what you need."
Alright. Till then. Then I turn north. And I say, sorry you had to hear all that.
That is quite the situation you have. I
Yes.
I almost thought that I have a very peculiar situation.
Say yes, about that. Sorry, I lied a bit about my situation. I said I was doing investigation work, but it was for the purposes of bettering the kingdom. Okay,
I
so
see.
um, I know your full story now. Let's say we give you a full pardon, huh?
Is that really possible?
So well, I I'm gonna be in charge, and the people that are in charge now are good friends of mine now. The war is over, and now we're in the stage of healing.
I see. Then, if you would have me, I would love to return to my family.
All right. See you. See you in a bit.
You see a glint of hope as you see kind of a slight smile to his lips. And he just waits. And with your business,
Say yes. I would like to grant a full pardon to um the prisoner in the very north.
ah yes,
And, and of the gift he has agreed to work for us, starting with community service, rebuilding the city.
very well, my liege.
Alright.
Then, does this mean you're off to your own ventures in the forest?
I am. My goddess told me the second I was done here that I need to go to the forest.
Very well. Then, take this bag and come out with your friends to the market. It's 2,000 gold for each of you.
Oh my god. Okay.
This is the last time you'll probably be in this capital for a long, long while until you come back. I suggest that you prepare yourselves.
I say thank you. Then I will head to the marketplace. Alright.
It's a roller coaster, man.
Yeah. Playing Dungeons and Dragons. And we're in the dungeons.
Bruh.
Had enough of dragons.
Yeah. Not to go to not to go to the dragons.
The other guys are already shopped, so you could just like
Okay.
pick up the stuff you want.
Alright. I still hold on to hope of getting that armor. So I'm gonna wait on that. I will I guess start off by purchasing. How much is it for a like a spell scroll, level 5 spell scroll? Six.
Fact.
Which number are we using? The one on the left, right? 640.
What are you talking about?
Oh no, price 640. Yeah. No. This is 640.
Okay. What spells are you
Okay.
getting?
And that is expensive. I'm looking. Spell scroll is pretty good though. Did anybody buy spell scrolls? Like more spell scrolls?
James bought a bunch.
Okay. Me. Okay.
Pretty sure
well,
Call bought some too.
in that case, this is pretty easy purchase to me. $200 for level 3 spell scroll. Oh. I will buy 5 spell scrolls of counter spell.
Nice.
Okay.
And 6.
James, are you still out?
Yeah, I think he's still gone.
All right. Just checking.
Buy I will buy 3 spell scrolls of Wall of Fire. How much for a wand of fireball?
Roll 1d2 to see if it's in stock. It's a 2 if it's in stock. Okay, let's see. How much is it? Thin magical prices. On the fire. Oh my god, it's 32k.
32k? Yo, almost enough. No, just kidding. Alright. That ain't working. Six. Maybe don't. What are the homebrew items again?
Let me show you.
Alright. Honest potions. I'm guessing we can't go all the way back to Sir.
Oh, about that.
Oh shit.
Let's just say before you parted ways with Rivelton, he also
Yeah.
mentioned one thing. He says, "Oh, and you might want to come by to our palace kitchen at some point. There are some old friends of yours who are eager to see you."
Okay.
Basically, guys, the Nahant merchant and Suro are there.
Nice.
So if you want to just start shopping for some food, now is the time before you go to the forest.
Time to spend 4k on an omakase.
Yeah, if you want to, that is fine.
Oh yeah, Mark,
I-
we still have access to Streets Cheat if you want to change the permission.
Okay, sure. Let me there.
I do have 3 meal tickets though. So let's see at the foods first. Saving throw can shows to do half damage on save. Okay. James, do you have salmon fillets?
I think he's still going.
Right. Mark, are you able to check his inventory if he has salmon fillet? Arcane salmon fillet?
Check. He has 2.
Okay, okay. Trips to okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say like, for anyone who just wants to buy shit, like just go and buy shit.
The meal voucher doesn't work for the potions, right?
Only the food.
Okay. I will buy 3 deep sea mantis shrimp with the vouchers.
All right.
Get full value out of the tickets. Okay.
Do the same with Hargrave.
All right. Sounds good.
Alright. And then the potions. Let's see. I will buy. Actually, wait, what the fuck? Oh no, wait. Oh, interesting. Why would I purchase a potion of magic rejuvenation over a spell scroll? Spell scroll is 200 golds. Hold on, with the reading.
These potions of magic rejuvenation. Look at the action they consume.
Yeah, it's a bonus action, but I don't cast spell with the bonus action.
Oh no. It gives you the spell slot as a bonus action.
Yeah,
Then you can use your main action for whatever you'd like.
yeah. I guess that has
if
like
you
I guess
just buy
that's
the scroll,
yeah,
and
yeah,
just use
yeah.
the action without having to
Yeah.
use the bonus action.
Yeah, I don't. I can
But
and
a
it's
spell
50
scroll
gold
is
cheaper.
limited to the spell that you have at that time for that scroll. But
Yeah, that's
this
true.
means it's you can use that spell slot on any spell that you have at the time.
Yeah.
It's more flexible in that sense.
I'll tell you about flexibility. I'll buy 10 more erupting scrolls.
Okay.
Actually no, I'm gonna buy actually you know what? No, I'm gonna buy 5 spell scrolls of conjure animal.
Sure.
All right.
Wait. 5 of those?
Yeah, conjure animal.
It's like,
I
oh,
hate
sorry,
that
they're
spell,
fresh
so
out.
maybe only 2.
Wait, what?
I hate that spell, so I'll say only 2 are in stock.
What's
Oh
gonna happen?
my fucking god, bro. I already
Sorry,
deducted them. Alright.
I'm generous, but I also want a fast turn order, my guy.
I mean, I would. Alright, to be fair, out of all these, the conjure animals to summon CR2 creatures. But, alright, in that case. Me. Seven erupting earths. Oh, give me. If I don't, if I don't spend this money, it's like it's just kind of wasted because we're not gonna visit a shop for a long while. Okay. I will buy 5 tidal waves.
Okay.
Just and right. I will spend 1,000 on I will spend 1,000 on rare oils. Yeah. Rare oils worth 1,000 GP.
What's that for? What spell is this for?
Reincarnate.
Sure. You bought how many?
No, I just like it just no, it's just it costs 1,000.
Yeah, like,
For the
how many
components.
Yeah.
Oh, just one.
Okay. Does it consume it when you
Yes.
cast it, or is it like okay?
Yeah, it consumes.
Yeah, some of these spells are weird where it's like you have to have this item, but it doesn't consume it, and sometimes it's like, oh yeah, it's so
Yeah,
like
for sure.
okay.
For sure,
yeah.
for sure. This is it's like resurrection, except it's 1,000 instead of 500.
So for what it's worth, for everyone here, for reincarnation, the way I'm gonna rule it is you can choose the race as long as it's not one that your character already has been.
Does it change like your Rachels and stuff?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But
What
you
about,
get
like,
to choose something different. And you can't choose to change back to something you were before.
So once we run out of all the races, then the characters.
I mean, if you fucking died that much, I don't know.
You have to die like 50 times at least.
Yeah, for sure. Like
I don't know
damn.
what to tell you. Like I'd be impressed. Like,
And this
wow,
is-
you really found a way.
not only the 50 times, but also like it's not to take into account like all the times you could be revived with Raised Dead too.
Yeah. And Street would need to have spent 50,000 gold on you.
Yeah.
And at some point, the Street's gonna be like, "Is it really worth reviving?"
You'll probably get like a in world record or something. But nobody on this plane of existence has accomplished this.
You get an achievement that just pops up on the screen.
How many past lives has this guy gone through?
It goes like number of people that's got this achievement 0%.
No, the play is like you do this, right? You play as you've been every race, and then now you can be racist to whoever you want, and you can play the race card. Because you've
Okay.
been every race, right?
Okay.
You literally
Did-
have the pass for everything.
Did James buy a thing for Raised Dead?
I have no idea. I wasn't. tracking it.
Diamond worth 500 GP.
I mean, let me see if he has some in general.
I'm pretty sure he does.
He has 3 of them.
Oh, okay, nice. I will purchase where's the thing for Revivify? Is it Diamond 300?
He also has the spell scroll for Revivify.
Very nice.
And don't forget, like for stuff that requires the materials, you gotta buy the material and the scroll. But don't put the material as part of the scroll, right? Like that way you can
Yeah.
like track it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can just buy this. You just buy the scroll and then you just pay for the component. All right.
Yeah, yeah, but you would normally want the component and the scroll as two separate items. Because what if you want to use your normal spell slots instead of the scrolls?
True. I guess that's fair. Um. So wait, but then by that logic though, like if we find like a scroll of Revivify like in a dungeon, does that mean that we can't use it unless we have a diamond as well?
Yeah, to me, scrolls are effectively replacing the spell slot consumption. That doesn't mean you actually have the other materials with it.
Okay. Alright. Fair enough then. Um. Oh, I have one diamond. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, okay, it's 300. Okay, I have one. I will purchase a second diamond. Yeah, I'll purchase 300 GP diamonds.
Okay. But yeah, that did make me think about. I was like, if I'm gonna give you guys a Revivify scroll, I should probably give the diamonds as well. If I'm making such kind of loot.
Gotcha.
Um, but
I
I'm not sure if I thought about that back then.
I'm pretty sure actually casting the spell scroll doesn't require components. It's like if you're creating the spell scroll though, it does.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the way that Mark is doing it is fine too, like because
Yeah.
it's effectively the same thing.
Well, no, not necessarily, because like, what is it? Like if you're cast, like say it's like Revivify, right? Like
Yeah.
I think the rule is just normally if you cast it with a scroll, like you don't have to pay the component. You can just cast it. But if like
Right.
you're creating a spell scroll or Revivify, for example,
All right. You know what? Let's make this
But-
less of a headache, and let's just say if you have the scroll already,
Yeah.
then fine, you can just cast it, all right? And then, but if you're making the scroll or buying the scroll, you gotta buy the component with it.
yeah, that makes sense. It's like because for the table spell scroll cost, apparently the cost of scrolls is in addition to any component cost.
Okay, let's just do that so there's less stuff to track.
But okay. I guess I was saying like it was the same in that like he was gonna give us the diamond anyway with the spell scroll, like if we
Yeah,
find it
well-
in dungeons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
figured
I mean,
it's probably easier
yeah.
for me, anyways. If I just
Yeah.
said, "All right, here's your scroll," and not have to think about
Okay,
the items.
got it. I'm fine either way. Okay, GP. We have potions done. Wait, what am I missing? Okay. I mean, I'll purchase one spell of let's see. Yes. Oh, I need to purchase an object with the image of a dragon engraved on it. Worth 500 GP.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
How much is it for? 640. Okay, yeah, I will purchase one spell. Level 5. Yeah, I'm gonna purchase one spell scroll of Summon Draconic Spirit. And also add. I'm just gonna make it a tool since it doesn't get consumed.
I'm gonna buy 2 more deep sea mantis shrimps for David.
Okay. I feel like you guys are just gonna smash everything now.
Well, here's the issue. This man's not gonna use them.
Oh, you can make him use them, right?
Listen. Now that I know, I'm like taking pictures of his inventory. I was telling him earlier, bro is fucking saving his shit for next campaign straight.
Saving me up for saving up for
bro-
the next.
Bro had a fucking couple of deep sea mantis shrimps the whole fucking time, bro. He was just not using them.
Hey, does it
saving
need
his,
Clearly.
saving his items for next campaign.
Yeah.
For his next character. Saving it for his next character. Pass it down.
Maybe I'm not pushing you guys hard enough. I should make harder fights.
Alright.
No.
I think that is actually wait, I could buy let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you bring up the homebrew items again?
They're like they're in a list that you can look at them.
Okay. It's so expensive. Yeah, it's too expensive.
Which ones?
The like the blessed medication and stuff. It's like yeah, like I could spend 500 GP for plus 1d8 for a minute, or I could like purchase a diamond for for a raise 10.
True. Yeah, I got him for David because I know he wanted to use him with his lay on hands. So I got him a couple of those.
It's okay. Well, that's it then. That's all. That's all for me.
Okay.
Just like
Done.
that, 6,000 gold down the drain.
6,000. What the hell did you buy?
Oh, hey, welcome back, man.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
All right.
Hold on. So,
Did you want to buy any homebrew food before you guys leave?
yes.
I'm just gonna buy 2 pasta.
I'm gonna buy. I mean, fuck it. Like, we're not gonna be here in a good while, right?
Yeah, we're probably not gonna have like actual store with this much
I was
stuff.
gonna say the
already.
forest is big and there's lots of stuff to do.
I'm gonna buy 10 Catolian Grand Scallops.
What is? I forgot what that even does. Let me check.
Gonna spend all my
Okay,
money.
I see you.
See the vision.
Oh,
Oh,
I
that's
see.
so funny.
I
Oh, shit.
see.
It comes up now.
Yeah, it's actually useful. Okay, there goes all my money, but I think it's worth it.
Say, oh, I have to say there's.
What'd you buy?
Catolian Grand Scallops. I bought 10 of them for myself.
Nice. So what is this street? Oh shit. Oh yo. Thank you.
Thank you in the future. It's the best, man.
Time to sell them.
Okay.
Or like it turns out the Robe of the Archmag guy is actually in the list. It was just looking in the wrong place.
How much
It's
is
only
it?
like 34,000 or something, which is pretty cheap for legendary.
I mean, I don't think we'll be here again.
Sure, we'll see it again in the future.
It's not, the transaction's not going through for me.
Yes, same.
What
Uh,
did it give you?
Oops.
Oh, that.
yeah, you know.
That is hilarious.
These
You
are level
know.
3s, right?
Yeah, they're level 3s.
Okay.
Just real high, you know.
Yep.
Wait, did you say 34,000?
Yeah, 34,000.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
spawned me
think we even have.
34,000.
I don't think we even have 34,000.
No.
Yeah, I was like, that's a fuckload of money.
Wait, does no one else have counterspell?
No,
Ah.
no.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Okay.
Cop does, right?
No, like
I thought-
he kind of does and kind of doesn't. Like
Oh.
he does because he has 1 level in sorcerer, but like he has to roll to see if like he even gets it. He even gets to cast it because he's only a first level
Oh.
sorcerer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that the answer is no then.
Hmm.
I guess nobody counterspells.
Like don't get me wrong, like some of those it's like in a pinch, it's like why not try it and it'll only cost a reaction. But
I know who has counterspell. My fucking wizard has counterspell.
you
Just
ain't
wait
going
for Derek to
nowhere.
die.
He
And I
ain't
think-
She's
going
so sad
nowhere.
though.
I think we're gonna be in a better position though, since we have like 2 more blasting options.
Yeah. Like having Cone of Cold is huge.
Yeah, pretty big. Wait, Owen, do you have blasting options?
Oh, what do you mean, like AOE?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, exactly.
Blast,
Yeah.
you know?
I see.
I will when I have more like stuff to switch out. I mostly gone into because I can only switch out like 1 spell per level. There's been like some spells I've just had for a long time that I never used.
Bro, this is why that one warlock patron that has all these useless like subclass features is still really good just because it has fireball in its fucking spell list.
Mm-hmm.
Literally that alone just made that subclass just strong.
Wait,
For
which one is
sure.
that one?
It's the fiend or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, I actually do have access to AOE spells just natively in the warlock list, but
Yeah, like you
will
get
probably
hypnotic
be more
pattern.
later.
Like you get hypnotic pattern, right?
Yeah, that's in the spell list. I just been going for more like utility and CC now. I took greater invisibility.
Mm.
All right.
Old monster.
Yeah, that is in the list.
Anyway. Alright. I'm hoping this Draconic Spirit is a good spell. I've never seen it cast.
All right. Okay. So let's see. We have James, Edgar, Great, and Owen. Okay, we could probably do like one map if you guys are going to start heading to the forest.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do one map.
All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, can I ask if I was able to finish summoning my familiar? I just did it as a ritual.
Yeah, go for it.
It's like 1 hour plus 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, I'll bring out. We'll bring out a. What do you guys think? Should I do? I was like thinking between Bat and Owl. Owl has more speed, it has flyby, and it has dark vision, but Bat is slower, but it has blind sight, which is pretty good because then it can see invisible creatures.
It's true.
Hmm.
Maybe the bat. It just
Yeah,
also to be different
bat.
because we've seen an owl familiar.
True. All right. I summon an owl, or sorry, not an owl. Summon a bat.
Anyway, fuck you.
It's like, anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Summon is the
Anyways,
thing that
fuck
you didn't
you.
recommend. I don't know how I mix that up in my like my mind said one thing, my mouth said another. I summon a bat.
That was
Eh.
BMO. Yeah.
You tried summoning an owl yet?
Huh? Oh god. Okay, let's see. Of course.
It's been that way for forever, and I just forgot. And I saw it, I was like, "Oh my god, bro!"
It's too good.
Bro, this bat looks like he's getting blasted, bro.
Bro's cooked.
Yeah.
Like he's in the middle of an impact frame.
It's pretty good. So I'm thinking when we scout, we can just send in the bat first, and then I can like assume his senses. The only issue is that when I do it, I'm like my real self is blind and deaf.
We'll just put you in the bag.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so can I assume everyone went to the jungle now?
Yep. And then can I
In the
just say like while we're in
jungle.
it, any kind of like potential hostile territory like this, I'm just sending out the bat to scout. Like I'm just occasionally like switching my sense to the bat.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
But
I know it won't
some
capture
enemies you
everything,
might-
but it might
yeah.
give us some warning.
Yeah.
I'm restocking my bag, just filling it with rocks.
With what?
Rocks, just rocks.
Okay,
Pebbles and
got it.
stuff.
Yeah, little Dwayne
Also-
Johnsons.
Got to. Going into Jumanji, this is the sequel.
Also, are you keeping your continual flame on, or are you?
I mean, like it's daytime, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
James, it's kind of funny that you mentioned becoming wizard because I expect since we didn't have a wizard, I expect my warlock to somewhat capture like wizard abilities.
Oh.
All right, so I'll just say, you know what? Before I regret anything, maybe I should just end the session here.
Okay, that's
Wait, that's kind of sus.
It's
fine.
because I I'm not gonna say anything other than that. But let's just end the session here because I don't want to be here all night.
Hmm.
Okay.
Wait,
Nothing will happen.
wait. I don't want to be here all night. Oh no.
All right, cool. Thanks for the session.
Alrighty.
All right.
Alright.